Alright, past. In this tutorial, we're gonna create a basic animation and we're gonna talk about the keyframes and all that stuff which are used for animation. So let's get started. I'm gonna import a logo here. So I'm gonna show you another way of creating the composition. You can simply drag your file over this icon and it will import a composition and also import the file which you have dropped in the composition as a layer. So basically we have our logo layer here. So I'm gonna talk about the transform property here. You can click this little arrow here to bring down the transform property and click that again. As you can see, there are 5 properties: anchor point, position, scale, rotation, and the opacity. You can play around with the functions here. You can check the opacities and the rotation of the layer and scale and position into the composition, and we're gonna talk a bit much about the anchor point here. I'm gonna undo that. As you can see, if we try to rotate the logo, it's not rotating the logo, actually it's rotating the layer, and so rotation of our logo doesn't seem quite well. So here comes the anchor point. If you pick up the anchor point and set these numbers so that this anchor point logo comes into the center of our logo and not in the center of the layer, and now if we rotate around, you can see logo is rotating completely. And now we can create a animation of our logo rotating. So to do that, you can just simply drag this time indicator at the first frame and click on the stopwatch of the rotation right here, and that will basically create a timer icon in the timeline, which is for the keyframe actually. And now if you move to the few frame forwards and rotate it, then it will create another demo. As far as the stopwatch is click, if you will change the rotation of the logo by time, then it will automatically create a keyframe there. So now if you move to the timeline, you can see your logo is rotating, and you can check this RAM preview button. As you can see, it's rotating now. If you wanna rotate it more fast, you can simply click and drag this keyframe over to the time here to the first keyframe, and now it will complete those rotation in short time, as you can see. Or you can just go to the keyframe here and increase the rotation. So now it's moving faster, as you can see. You can do the same kind of keyframes wherever you find a stopwatch in the After Effects. We can do the same with the scale. At the first frame, I'm gonna click the stopwatch and I'll move forward in time and then increase it, then move in time and decrease it again. Now if you play, the logo is scaling up and then scaling down. We can also play with the opacity on the same technique. It's 100% and a bit down here, and then 100% again, as you can see. You can also do the same with the position and any other property which contains a stopwatch. So that's the basic animation. I'm gonna show you another example here. I'm gonna open another animation project here. In this example, you can see that our back solid layer has an effect of lens flare, and as you can see, the lens flare's properties also contain the stopwatch. That means we can also animate the lens flare here. As you can see, it does not looks quite well that lens flare is at the same position, so I can simply drag the flare center here and then click on the stopwatch. Will move you from forwards and then position the lens flare center here, and that will basically create an animation of the lens flare moving with timeline. And we can also do the same thing with the opacity here. Flare brightness, we can decrease it and we can make it 100% at the beginning or whatever brightness we want. So by time it goes. So that's the basic animation in After Effects. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.